Hey guys, today I want to talk about what we miss over here as expats. There's a lot of things I miss over here. I'm out here today, I'm out here at the park, and I'm trying to loosen up that sciatic nerve and sciatic muscle so I can walk a little bit better. They say that walking helps the sciatic nerve, and I've been in the house a lot lately, and that's not helping things either, but the pain has been like pretty bad lately. So I haven't been putting out the content that I usually put out every day, and it's been kind of killing me this because of this pain in my left side, and I got it a little bit in my right side this week too, so that makes it even worse. But anyway, down here at the park, they're putting in railings down the lower end where I usually walk, so I'm walking on the upper part now. But anyway, I want to talk a little bit about this today, is that, you know, when we're over here, there's a lot of things we miss over here. We've talked about things we missed before. Things I miss are kind of funny. It's not just food. Although food is one of the things we probably miss the worst over here. I noticed that, you know, of course you miss your family, you miss people, friends, if you had friends. I miss strange things, kind of. After 5 years of being away and not being back home even once in 5 years, I miss campfires. You know, I miss going on rides in the fall. I miss sitting down near a nice, beautiful lake with a mountain behind it or whatever. And you can get that here, but it's not the same. New England has its own flavor and taste, kind of. Sitting near the ocean, sitting down in Rockport. I miss those things. I miss going down to Rockport and getting a lobster or a clam dinner, or going down the Cape, down to Hyannis, or down to Dennis, or some of the other places down the Cape. I miss those things, you know? And some would say, well, Steve, just go back home for a month or two. It's not always that easy. You know, I could go back home for a month or two if I wanted to. But with my hip being the way it is and my back being the way it is, it's kind of difficult. You know, because of you're sitting on a plane for 15 hours. Anybody that has sciatica knows that you cannot just jump on a plane and sit for 15 hours because you won't be able to get out of your seat probably. Even with the medicine, you might be able, you know, especially pulling luggage, carrying luggage, not going to happen. It takes me anywhere from a half hour to 6 hours, and sometimes I'm the whole day in bed lately because of the sciatic nerve. And I got plenty of time to think, and lately I've been thinking about the things that I miss back home. And, you know, I was thinking about like some of the simple things that we used to do even when we were younger, like just sitting and listening to music. And I can do that today, and I do it quite often. I sit there and just listen to Molly Hatchet or Marshall Tucker, you know, Can't You See, Leonard Skinner, Christopher Cross, some of the greats that were out there, you know, Led Zeppelin, Eric Clapton, stuff like that. I miss being someplace in a certain place and listen to that music. And I listen to it often over here, but those are the things I miss. I miss going down to the Clam Shack down in Ipswich. I miss going to some of the restaurants back home. That's a thing. You know, it's kind of funny because my friend Tom from Mindanao, and he's also from Massachusetts, said he went home and everything he expected it to taste really good, like the way you tasted it before you left. And he says things have changed, like the food wasn't that good. I was a little bit let down about some of the things when I went home. I tasted the food and it just wasn't that great. It wasn't the same. I think times have changed because a lot of the people that used to cook the food were the older crowd probably, and now we got the newer, younger crowd cooking, and they're probably not as good at cooks as the other people were. And I remember going down to Athens Pizza in Lawrence, where you could, you know, and my friend worked there, and he was also my roommate for a while, and he could make the best seafood you could ever eat. He made good, fresh, fried fish, scallops, things like that. They didn't have fried clams on the menu. I wish they did, because he probably would have cooked fried clams just as good as he did the other stuff. But those are kind of the things I miss. I want you guys to share what you guys miss too, the guys that live here, or what you miss when you're away from home, because those are the things that I miss. I miss being able to go see my sister, and my other sister, and my friends, going over to my friend's house and you know, and going out to eat afterwards and sitting near the Merrimack River at the restaurant there and overlooking the water and just having a couple beers and some fish or chicken or buffalo wings or something like that, and just sitting there and just relaxing and having a good chat. And I miss those things. I miss walking around town back in Lawrence. Lawrence is a great place to go for a walk. You know, if you're walking around town, there's a lot of historical things there, and there's a nice walkway down by the canal in Lawrence, Massachusetts. And I used to walk down there, and I remember going down to Rockport too, Gloucester, places like that, and walking around there. And those are my favorite places, you know. And over here, you give up a lot. And when you're over there in the United States before you come here, sometimes you forget what you have. A lot of people leaving because of the politics, broken down families, issues with friends, and the wokeness and stuff like that. That's what they're all talking about. That's why I want to get out of here, Steve. That's why I want to leave. You can escape that. There's places you can go to leave that behind. You know, and it's getting so expensive over there. Some people are saying, Steve, I can't even live over here anymore. I'm making $5,000 a month and I'm paying $2,700 for my apartment. How do you live in that? It's impossible. It's almost impossible to live in that world. You know, it's pretty damn near impossible to live in a world where things cost that much. I've had people tell me that they're getting close to their retirement, and now they need more for their retirement over there, and they've been contemplating coming over here. And I tell them all the pluses and minuses like we usually do. And I says, you know, are you going to miss these things back there? What is the most dear things to you back there? Because are you going to be able to handle missing those over here? And for me, I've acclimated over here. I live well. I'm happy somewhat, you know. And I won't say I found paradise, because it's not. I'll say I found a piece of my paradise. Okay. I'll say that I like it over here. But you give up things in the States and you gain new things over here, but you give up things while you're over here because you came from the States and you had certain things over there. So it's kind of like a swap like we talk about. That swap is huge. Sometimes people don't realize, like some people poke fun of me about going out to Texas Roadhouse and going out to some of the places here. I miss going to Red Lobster when Red Lobster was here, because Red Lobster had all the foods I love the most here. And I can get shrimp here, and I can get Maine lobster. It's exceptionally expensive to get those things and to try to buy those things. You can get them at S&R. You can get some of those things at S&R. And you can get a lot of the meats and stuff you like from S&R. But it's not the same. We have our cookouts here. Those are great. They're fun. We can get the same types of beer that we have back home. And I'm not a big beer drinker by any means. I barely drink at all. And yeah, we can get some of those beers here, like Heineken, stuff like that. But there's just a lot of other things that you miss. And sometimes it's the simple things when you get over here, of riding a car around and not have to worry about getting hit by a jeepney or some crazy driver. Although back in Massachusetts, the drivers are pretty crazy. I got used to driving back there, but I would never want to drive over here. It's one of the things I miss over here, is driving a car. I miss driving a car. It's difficult. But anyway, I wanted to talk about that a little bit today, because a lot of people don't consider the things you're going to miss when you come over here. Yeah, you might gain a girlfriend, but you also gain some problems too. Remember what we talked about with the women over here? The women can be your biggest problem sometimes over here. They just can. And we're seeing that a lot with some of the expats in the group right now, that the girls kind of love drama over here. And they can't stop sometimes. They just keep it going. I'm not a very dramatic person. I don't like drama. I like peace. I like having my peace. In fact, sometimes I'd rather be alone than have a girlfriend sometimes, if it's going to mean drama and dramatic stuff going on in my life all the time. I'd rather just walk away and say, hey, this isn't working, honey. I'll see you later. I don't mind being alone. The problem is being alone over here means you don't have much family over here. You have nobody to turn to, so you have to kind of count on your expat friends and make sure that they're solid. That's the problem, These are the trade-offs that we have over here. And be thinking about those things, guys. But anyway, guys, I want to talk about that today because I felt like it was kind of important, because the things we miss are huge in our life. It's a piece of us. And that piece of us, when it's gone, you're going to miss it more. Granted, you can still listen to music, and a lot of times I find myself sitting in the room listening to music because I love music. And music brings you back to places where you used to be. I remember I found a song on my iPad in my music thing, because I subscribe to Apple Music, and it just brought me back like to when I was a kid again. And I think I was like about 21 years old or something like that. And it brought me back in a special place. You know, music does that to you. It's kind of funny that music can bring back those memories for you. And sometimes music is like a thing that can make you keep your peace. It can also make you sad too sometimes, but it makes me happy and makes me think of the great things that we had in our life. As we get older, we have more time to think. And we have more time to think about those things that we miss too. And be thinking about that, because you need to keep yourself busy over here. Make new memories over here. If you come over here, make new memories over here, and happy memories. Try to stay away from dramatic people over here. Get away from that. Don't let anybody drag you down. If you ever need any help or something, or you need to talk to somebody about something, you need an attorney or something like that, you can always contact me at steven5975@yahoo.com, and we'll assist you with getting some help, you know? And if it's just you need somebody to talk to for a little while, I talk to people, not too much. I can't talk for hours and hours, but I can talk to you for a little while and try to help you through your issue that you're going through, you know? And we try to do that with our expats here. You know, we know expats don't have family. Expats are our family now. And that's why I tell people that are expats that come over here and bring their drama and all their crap over here, leave other expats alone, you know? We all need our peace. And, you know, I wish nothing but peace for people. You know, and even people that cause me problems, I just try to stay away from them and not bring up any drama. It's best not to. I just stay away from them and don't talk to them, you know, and try to be that way with people that you don't like, you know, because if you aggravate people, you're taking away their peace. We're all here together for one thing, to live out the rest of our lives. It's the last stop on our bus. Maybe we got one extra bus ride in us, you know, but for most of us, it's the last ride on the bus. Anyway, guys, God bless. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Take care, guys.